Good morning everyone, I'm Jackie. Welcome to Potty Gardening. Today I'm in my workroom. I'm potting on some seedlings that I've already started, and the first one's a cauliflower. I started them off on a heat mat with some light, and there are a few other things that I've started. Onions, pak choy. What else have I done? Oh, I've tried a little trick that I saw online actually. If you get some blueberries and squash them so they're in half and then plant them up ways, you might get some blueberry plants. So I've actually tried that. So you can get going with some of your seeds now, but the majority of seeds you start in sort of mid-February onwards. But there are quite a few that you can get going now. I'll show you what I've got going now and what's growing, and I've just potted some of those other ones on. So as you can see here, these are the little seedlings that I've been growing under heat and light, and they are getting a little bit leggy now. But what I've done is I've potted them on into these pots. So I've planted them quite deeply, and I'm going to do that to all of these seedlings I've got in there. So what I'll do when I've potted those on is I'll take them out into the polytunnel, and I'll probably also put some fleece over the top or something to keep them a bit warmer. Like I said before, it is about 10 degrees warmer in the polytunnel, but at the moment it is quite cold outside, so I'm going to do that just to protect them a bit more. There's one thing I absolutely love about my little craft room, and that's the view from the window. Look, have a look at this. So in the first containers here are the cauliflower that I've just potted on, and they take 40 weeks to get going until they've got a lovely cauliflower for you to pick on. So what I've got to get in the habit of doing this year is succession growing. So I've done a little spreadsheet, so hopefully I'll be better this year. And these ones are little pak choy that I've just potted on, and the pak choy and all the salad stuff I'm going to be growing in the polytunnel. Do you remember I had some of those food containers, the big ones? Excuse my hands, look, from potting on. I'm going to be using those and planting the salad stuff in the polytunnel. I put a little clip here of the containers that I'll be using. I recycled them, so I'll show you. So in these pots are the blueberries I was talking about. You remember I said get some fresh blueberries, squidge them in half and then plant them upwards. I've got 2 trays of those, so it'd be interesting to see how they go. In these 2 containers, there's nothing popped up in that one yet, but those are a particular type of tomato I wanted to try and grow. And these are the little Lisbon spring onions. They're just starting to pop through, and again I'm going to be sowing those in those planters that I was talking about in the polytunnel. These are the Brunswick red onions. They've come up really well, haven't they? When did I plant them? The 16th, so they've taken a couple of weeks to get to that. So yeah, I should leave them, and someone said to trim them off. So that's what I'll do with those. These onions, these ones are the Elisa Craig. Again, they were planted a couple of weeks ago, so they're doing okay. I'm sure I'll have plenty of onions this year. And these, exactly the same name as them onions, look. But these are tomato seedlings. And I did want to get going a little bit earlier with these for this pure reason that we don't get much of a summer usually. And I want to try and get a good head start with them. These ones are the leeks, the musselburgh leeks. So they've been going for a couple of weeks as well and getting long. So I'm going to have to trim them off and give them a good water. There are actually 6 hardy perennials that you can get growing now, and I'll just quickly show you them. The first one is sage. You can grow that now. The next one is dill. So that's another one you can get started with now, and these are all lovely ingredients for cooking when you get them growing well. Thyme is another one that you can start now. I probably won't be able to pronounce this one, and it'll be back to front to you as well. Mithris odorata. Mithris odorata. That's another one. And another one you can get going now is tarragon. Actually quite surprising, isn't it, how many you can get growing. And the other one is rosemary, so you can plant that now. And what I might do, we have got some of these already out the front, you know, in the front garden growing, but I might do a couple of small plants out in the polytunnel in those pots again, and yeah, just to see if I can grow them from seed, which is always interesting, isn't it? It's good to try and make things, but it's exciting to see your own things grow, isn't it? Like I say, all I've been using is this heat mat and these lights, these grow lights, which are handy. There's four stretchy bits on a clip, and so I'm able to stretch it over to these little seedlings. So yeah, there you go. So that's what I've been up to at the moment. I'm pottering around doing that, doing a spreadsheet with all my little plants that I'm putting on, the names and things like that. And then hopefully within the next couple of weeks I'll be out in the polytunnel doing a bit more. And also a couple of the beds I'm going to put some fleece on top to warm the soil up, so that I can put those cauliflowers in a few weeks' time. And I'll also have to cover those, you know, with fleece till it gets a little bit warmer. But yeah, so tell me in the comments what you're growing. Have you started growing anything yet? Or what you're going to grow different this year? What do you fancy trying? Let me know. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget, like, subscribe and share if you want. Anyway, take care everyone. See you soon. Bye. Why not come and join me on Facebook or Instagram? The link is in the description.